some of the work we're doing along the waterway within your district. Riva Row Apartments is open for business. We actually have 3% occupied at this point.
Wow.
So we have people living in those apartments, and that's a good thing. We're still building them as well. So it's being delivered in phases. But we're over 20% leased as well, which is right on schedule with our pro forma. Everything looking really good. It's a beautiful property. If you get a chance to go there and just tour, they'll be happy to take you on a tour.
But they are apartments, not condos.
They are apartments. There are four, yeah, there are four penthouses on the top level of the 12-story tower, and the 3 of them are leased. So very popular spot. And the views up from, well, I went up there when it was under real construction. It was just concrete, but the views from up there are just phenomenal. The views across up and down the waterway from there, and of course across to the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion is really cool stuff. The other question that Eric brought to my attention was the status of the old library site and the community center. Some of our officers went over there the other day, and they participated in a hostage situation practice for the cops, for the local sheriff's department. So some of them were bad guys and some of them were hostages, and they knocked down doors and threw flash bomb grenades and did all the stuff that they do over there for fun.
At the old library?
At the old library. Yeah, I think this was at the community center. So,
That's not the long-term intent.
this was only a one-time show. It's scheduled for demo in December. We think it's going to be, the buildings will be coming down in December, maybe if the contractor says he's going to start when he starts, okay? We're working with the township to make sure the trolleys can continue to run. We're also going to be adding to the park, after the buildings come down, we're going to be adding to the parking lot to provide additional event parking. And that's all temporary, and everything I've told you might not come to pass. Okay, but that's the best information I have right now. But I feel very certain that the demo is going to happen, and our plans are to put additional temporary parking in that location for whatever events are going to happen. And of course, one day there's going to be a major building going on there, all that stuff into the waterway.
Commercial, residential?
I can't even answer that yet. Maybe some of both. There's I just don't know, but it's probably one of the best jewels in the crown that we have left. I mean, there's a few of them on the waterways that are left, and we're actively in early development activity on the site, just on the other side of Six Pines Drive, just east of Riva Row on Six Pines. We're actively in preliminary design there, see if something's going to make or not. And then the other site is, of course, this site is one of the other jewels along the waterway, but it will be whatever ends up happening there, it's just going to be top notch. I can't describe it any other way.
And how's the HEB going to handle that when the number one River Row is built out and there's a high rise across the street where the community center library was? It's hard enough to park there as it is to go shopping.
Oh, well, see, that's why we encourage people to walk around the trolley. I don't know the answer.
2 mile walk from my house.
Yeah.
Really? I'm not gonna buy groceries. Come on.
No, not, but I mean, the people that are living that close.
Yeah.
We'd like to see if they would take advantage of the other opportunities for transportation that are offered here in the Woodlands.
Yeah, there's a parking garage, just illogical there right now. There's no space.
Yeah,
for it.
it wasn't designed for that. Of course, we sold that property to the developer, so we weren't the original developer on that tract. So, but I've been there a lot myself. It's a very popular center. It's a hugely popular center. When I go there, I have to I park on the top of the parking garage sometimes, and if you're just trying to go and come from HEB, I understand the dilemma, but that's not a bad problem to have.
No, there's a demographic difference between that one though and the HEB that's on Sawdust Road. And then
Absolutely.
you don't have a Kroger in Panther Creek.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
easy to get there. There's alternatives.
Yeah.
Counting down the days to Sprouts.
Yeah, there you go.
What's that?
8% of them needed the sawdust.
That has been the
That's
Regency affirmed that rumor again the other night at our DSC meeting, that Sprouts is still on the table out there. So I'm hoping that would be very, very good for our community and that village center specifically. Yeah,
You comfortable with us communicating the information on the Lake Robbins property?
Yeah.
And then, last we heard the, River Road, January was kind of the expected completion. Is that still the timeline?
You talking about the apartments? Yeah, I think the phasing is gonna go beyond that.
Okay.
They've got several phases. I didn't go into any depth of detail. I didn't ask her a whole bunch of questions about that.
Yep.
But she said, we're leasing the entire site,
Sure.
but we're delivering in phases, plural. So and I think that's more than two. I think it's probably 3 or 4 or 5
Okay.
before it's all said and done.
That's Kim's
They've
project.
got Punch, Kim Land
Yep.
is our lady in charge of that. She's, they got punching out this area and then they're gonna go punch out that area. You know how that works. You know how that works, so. But we're very excited. I found out today that we have, people living there. I think that's kind of cool.
Last month, I think, the first year.
Yeah. So that's it's an awesome address. It's a really awesome address.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, and we were, it was so interesting because, you're trying to get that. It's really interesting from a developer standpoint. When you have the waterway there and you see examples of where land that we give to people on the waterway, they've taken advantage of the waterway and really connected themselves to the waterway. Luce's Acre, I think, has done a marvelous job connecting themselves to the waterway. Fleming's, on the other hand, did not. So every time somebody starts to do something on the waterway, I said, you have to bring the pedestrians down to the waterway level. We're still going to keep you out of the 100-year floodplain, but you have to have that. You have to have a vertical difference that is. I don't need to see your feet up there. I need to see you here. If I'm walking along the waterway. Yeah.
People across the street in the River Road townhomes that were built, whatever, 15, 20 years ago.
They were not happy with us.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
No views anymore.
But it's so funny because everybody has such a short memory. At the time we were building those townhomes, we had a temporary trailer set up there and we were selling 2 condo towers. How long ago was that? 15 years ago? 15 years ago? We were selling condo towers and the market wasn't there. But I mean, but if the people that moved in initially, if they say, oh, we never knew there was going to be a building there, like, hang on a second, guys. There's always been plans for a building here. And what we ended up building, I think, is even nicer than what we had originally proposed. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. All right. Anything else? Any questions for your developer? Okay. Y'all have a great day, man. I'm gonna see y'all somewhere down the road.
Appreciate it.
You bet.
From the directors?
Well, the good news is we captured the added value of that River Road. It's all completed. We should probably start seeing in 2027.
Yep. Sure.
About 6.
Any adjustments?
Oh, man.
Thank you. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Moving on. Our SJRA Woodlands Division report.
Good afternoon. So the monthly operating report starts on page 14 of your packet. Nothing out of the ordinary for the month. Everything's going good. Just want to let you know that on page right here, page 24 starts a project update, just to go on a more in-depth update on the projects that are going on. And then a couple pages after that, on page 42, there's some graphs for showing the aquifer levels, just for your information. And we're gonna start putting that stuff in the packet twice a year, just for updates.
Yeah, good info.
Great, it is that good. Thank you.
Any clarity on the water loss?
Yeah.
You're working with Woodlands Water on
Yeah, it looks like a portion of it was some error reporting from the new billing software. That won't account for all of it, but it looks like it's still in it. We're still dipping in.
A substantial percentage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what we found is probably covers most of June, the June blip, but the September one, we haven't found all that.
that. Any other questions?
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Item number 11, consider an act on contributing to the engineering design of the Bear Branch Dam service spillway and auxiliary.
Yeah, last month we talked about it. Y'all wanted to move forward, but we didn't have an action item. So this is just an action item to confirm that. Just for a reminder, it was to round up $58,000. So I need a motion to memorialize that.
Do I have a motion?
I will move to contribute the 58,000.
Do I have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 12, consider an act on the pay application number 3 for the retail wastewater collection system rehabilitation year 2.
Yes, we did have a pay estimate number 3 in the amount of $102,220. And Bud Six did actually have some work done within that pay estimate to the tune of $6,160. So that's what your share of that would be for this particular pay estimate. So I need a motion to approve that amount presented.
Some amount different than what's in the packet.
No.
Consider-
So, yeah, that is the amount prior to retainage. So every pay estimate, we hold some retainage to the contractor. So the amount that was done was 72,800. Retainage was 5%, which is $3,640 for a net of $69,160.
Got it.
That's retainage.
Do I have a motion to approve? So moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item number 13, moving right along here. Consider an act on designing or confirming a representative to vote in the Association of the Water Board of Directors bylaws amendments and elections.
So as a member of AWBD, you have the opportunity to appoint a member of the board or another appointment to be your representative to vote in various things, AWBD things. Typically, it's AWBD Board of Trustee election that usually occurs at the conferences. In this case, there's a proposed bylaw adjustment that they are looking for. So your current representative is Neil. So if you want to keep that, that's fine. Just some of the MUDs hadn't updated that in a while, but
I think you already submitted our vote, right?
Everybody sent out to us recommending that. So
Okay, do I have a motion?
so moved.
A second?
keeping, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Item number 14, matters related to the director's election to be called for May the 2nd, 2026. Oh my God, including authorization to post notice regarding candidate filing period.
Yes, so as you stated, the elections for directors will be in May. We will have agenda items for you to call that election in January. The action needed now is you need to post the notice regarding candidate filing period by December 15th. In your packets, page 70, there is a sample of that. So you can see what it looks like. It'll be posted in this building, in the in-district posting location, and on the website as well. You can see on there, it shows that the first day to file for placing the ballot is January 14th. And the last day would be February 13th. And then it gives a few options for how you can submit that application. So we would just need today a motion to authorize Swarth Page and Harding to prepare and post that notice on behalf of the board and the district.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you're up again for the attorney's report.
I have nothing for
Okay.
everyone.
We had a lot of momentum going, so you're keeping it up.
That's right. That's right. General manager's report.
Yes, just a few things. Report that we did have a tour of the dam a couple weeks ago. That was pretty well attended. Folks kind of saw what we're looking at in terms of, what we're talking about and what needs to be done. So it was a nice event. Wanted to point out GM report starting on page 72. As you can see, we continue to expand that report, giving you some insight and things. We have started doing some of the ditch items throughout the woodlands. So you'll probably see some of that over the next, during this budget period. So we're starting to move on some of that. Any questions on that? Did include the GRP summary in your report that I represented at the trustee meeting. I've got an article that we saw in the Courier or the Chronicle. There's since been an article in the Courier related to MUDs. Yeah, another one on subsidence that just we found those after this ran, so we'll get those in your next pack. See those, but they're out in the public. And then we had a thank you from a resident that I always like to add those through. So
I really like your report. I really do. Reading through it, this is a great idea.
good, thank you. With that, John, communications report.
Good afternoon. 85 is your report. All right, infrastructure renewal campaign, a couple new elements to the website. Some things we've been discussing for a while are now up and live. So if you haven't checked them out, please do. That GIS-based interactive map has all kinds of great information where you can search out different projects, click on it, get even more detailed information. You can toggle on and off different infrastructure features and mud boundaries and so forth. Type in your address and get more information that way. So check that out. And the renewal video is there on the homepage as well. That's a general introduction to infrastructure renewal. And we will be adding to that video with interviews that we've done a while back, spliced into that video to create a longer form. So that'll be coming soon. And then we can chop that up into social media reels as well. We'll make good hay of this. And then we've got 2 more videos in production as well for Woodlands Water. Eric and some others were out filming last week. An introduction video to Woodlands Water. Who are we? What do we do? Just a general introduction, and then from source to tap. So following the water drop, how does it get from the lake or the ground to your tap? And that'll have some cool animation in it. So it'll be a nice instructional video. Those will come out sometime after the first of the year. Water Smart just crested 80%. So a really nice milestone there. Come a long ways in the last couple of years. Yeah, it's a nice number there. On page 86, since you're nearing year end, I thought I'd give you some stats on Woodlands Water Weekly, how we've done over the past 12 months. So with 16,000 plus contacts, we had a 73% open rate. It's a little over double industry standard or average. And then our reach in total, we had almost 860,000 reads of that e-blast in the last 12 months. That continues to be a nice tool for us.
Kudos to your team. Yeah.
John, I've got a lot of neighbors that are still watering.
Tell them to stop. I mean, it's,
They're not picking up stuff on.
yeah, well,
we
we push that out across our social media platforms. We work in a lot of our messaging, even if it's on a different topic. I like to add that in. So try to communicate in a variety of different ways that this is best for your lawn right now, as well as best for your pocketbook. It's really going to be best for your pocketbook starting in December, because remember we have winter averaging starting December, January, February. So we'll be pushing out more communication on that as well. Yeah, I mean, we have not had much rain. We might get some this week. Still, your lawn is going dormant. It does not need that water right now.
Open the door and tell them it's going to be watering.
I've done that.
We need both.
Well, and remember,
My accountant, doctors and lawyers.
if they're watering off schedule, they're allowed to water, but they need to be following defined irrigation schedule if they're going to do it.
Some aren't.
You can always let us know, and we can send an ambassador over there with some information in a very friendly, supportive way to, to further educate them.
Contact you to.
Yeah, just shoot me an email, give me a call, whatever.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll send them over there.
That's easy.
Page 88, we have some stats on social media. June 1, we brought on Stephanie Williams as our social media manager. And I think she's been really knocking it out of the park. Since that point, we've seen a 77% increase in interactions on Facebook, 500% increase in interactions on LinkedIn compared to the previous 5 months before she came on. You can see that our 5 main platforms right now really vary in the number of followers they have. Some are pretty robust, and some are just getting started. We just launched them recently. And so I think we're doing a bang up job. I just want to know, we've got a long ways to go as well, especially as we try to reach our younger demographics. Some of those newer platforms are going to help us do that, but we got to grow those more. So when you're on there, remember to like us and follow us. Be the algorithm. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job.
Yeah. To go into closed session. Any matters for the next agenda?
I'm just saying I was gonna propose, that we don't have December meetings.
That beat you to the point. I think that's a great idea.
Don't have a reason to, but, and if there's something to come up, I'll probably find it, but that's the plan right now.
Fair enough. Good.
With that, on the right button, meeting.